Well, we're going to go at it again. I'm heading down to the 7 Kivas. Took me a half an hour nap, grabbing some ibuprofen for my knee. We're going to head on down. They call it 7 Kivas. I've heard you can find 5 if you're lucky. There's some other dwellings along the way. And this is the shortcut, so to speak. So it's going to be straight down and straight back up. Wish me luck, folks. They say the saving grace here is going to be follow the cairns. I got a landmark, a couple of big boulders I got to find. It's right down here. And then we'll go straight down this little water. So I'm going to say goodbye for a little while. If I find something interesting, I'll bring you back out. Wish me luck. So come down that little canyon there, follow the cairns, come down Slick Rock, shoot over here, walk across this nice piece. Now we're going to walk over there, and we're going to come straight down this. Seems like that's a pain in the ass to get back up, but I think it can be done. I'll let you know when I get over to that top and I confirm it. Yep, right down here. So wish me luck again. Once you make it down some pretty steep switchbacks, you come right down the center here. And then you're down here at the bottom. So there's a cairn there and a cairn there. And I want to go straight up that. Alright. Down we go again. It's always important when you're hiking in these areas to keep an eye on your back trail so that you know where you got to go out, because that's where you came in at. It's an easy enough trail. Footing's good, but it goes straight up and straight down in most areas. But you got to know where to exit and where to enter. So look at this beautiful canyon. You come down through those trees right there. There's cottonwoods and juniper down through there. And at the bottom, all the way down here, there's water. Right through there. When you follow it down, so this is what we've been looking for. Got all the way down to the bottom. And when you see that little tor sticking up right around the next turn, so we're almost there, we're getting closer. There's the large bulbous stone. There's a giant alcove up there. They say that there's no ruins in it, or no ruins left, I guess would be the word. Next couple of feet, they tell me we should be running into the 7 Kivas. They use such terms as look for the bulbous rock. Well, that looks like a bulbous rock. Let's see if I can find what we're looking for. I'm going to say no. Oh, that hurt. Alright, I'm going to turn you off until I find it. They lied. It wasn't just past the bulbous rock. Probably about 300 yards past the bulbous rock. So I can see them. Not sure if you guys can see them just yet. Let me see. Should be right up there. You can see one of the rock formations. I'm walking in the middle of the creek as opposed to the left side, which has the trail. I can see a sign, but I wanted to see them. And sure enough, they're there. So I'm going to head over here. There's a little sign I saw. So for future notes, if you're coming down here, the way that, shortcut, keep going until you hit a sign. It says, welcome to 7 Kivas. Then it gives you the general stuff, stay away from things, but it says, welcome to 7 Kivas. Trail to site. Alrighty. So here's this trail to 7 Kivas. I've seen things saying, you know, exit or entrance to the east. This is on the west side. I'm glad I made this hike. This was well worth it. So definitely see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I guess I'll go up this way. You got a little chain over here. Now, right over there, there you go. There's some more. Take a close look at this door frame here. I've not seen anything quite like this before, with a large vertical stone denoting a entryway or an exit way. I think this is pretty fascinating architecture right here. But the only way to get over to this particular elevation is to have wings and fly up to it. But like the sign says, view from a distance, and that's what we're going to do. Hope you enjoy this view. Man, are my arms tired. Look inside. Was this a chimney right here? Look at the mud daubing that's still on the inside of it. I don't know if you can see a nice round house. Now this is I'm going to call it a little storage room here. I'm betting. Oh, it's got a little teeny tiny corn cob in it right there. You can see some other fragments right there in the back. And all the way over here, you can see some little tiny corn fragments. Look at the outside daubing on that kiva right there. We'll go over there and we'll stick our hand inside of it on some low light and see what we can find. And then there's a wall. And look at that, they actually went horizontal verticals. Well, horizontal, wide and short, I guess, you know. They put some effort into this place. It's kind of odd. I mean, they had to build this up tremendously. Now look at this one. They got 2 layers of sticks, and then they put bark on it, and then they covered it with dirt. And the simple fact that you actually have to put a sign on it right there, it says do not step on roof, just makes you wonder about the stupidity of people. Look at this. So, was this part of the chimney right there? Or was this an entryway into it? We're going to drop down inside. Okay, I'm going to switch to low light. We are in low light. There's a lot of blackening on the walls in here. So is this the fireplace down inside here? Now, what does the ceiling look like, folks? Can you see it? Looks like it's, I can't get down low enough to see it, so I'm just going to have to take my guess on it. What's that over in the corner? A lot of questions, a lot of questions. But did they peck this out of the rock, or did they build this up in the rock, and that's all mud daubing down inside there? What do you guys think? Coming up? So here's a dry rock structure in the back, but there's nothing but soot blackening through here. This place has known a lot of fire over the time. So what was this? I mean, is this original stack? It's all dry rock, but the fire in it is just crazy. Look at all that. That's definitely soot blackening and char. And then you have a whole nother kiva that's sitting over here. Wow. Look at the size of this roof. I mean, that's, what, 18 feet across? There's more over that away. Right over there. We'll get to those. So this was not the entrance. Was it a chimney, a fresh air intake? Look at those logs, blackened. Okay, I gotta do this all over again. So I thought Kivas were religious ceremony or sites, not a living. Look at the giant, they plastered it, they mudded it over with a real fine mud. And they got niches, 4 corners got niches. They got logs holding it up there, big center log. And then you can see, really, going up. So there's the roof entryway, the side beams. And the side beams. But look at these walls. How do they do that? Well, there's the rooftop right there. So there would be 1 more, 2 more, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could be one on the back side there. Look at this valley. So this is the view you got. There could be your 7s over there. So how much further down does this go right here? You can see soot blackening on that stone right there. Did this used to be covered over right here? And this right here was your entryway into it? That looks like a piece of cement. Looks like a good grindstone though. All right, let's walk back over. See what else we can see in here. And there we go. We're going in. This is what the roof looks like. Drop it down a little bit. Drop it down a little bit more. That's what the floor and the walls look like. I'll have to see what this one looks like when I get around to doing a video. But it looks, this one wasn't as big, so it doesn't have the roof supports. But look at that, look at the roof beams they have up there and how they're put in. Ta-da! So these sites over here look like they're walled off. Maybe these were a granary, food storage, something like that. Walking around, and if you look all over the place, you find them ground into the floor. One last look at the 7 Kivas. You can see the area where all the fire blackening is. It's kind of a neat thing. I don't know why you would really live down here. There's not a whole lot of room to bottomland. I mean, it was a river bottom, really. Every time it floods, it floods. But it has a neat echo. The acoustics down here were fantastic, and I imagine that had a lot to do with the power of the ceremonies that were held down here, making this one of the most spiritual sites that the Native Americans probably had at the time. It would certainly go a long way to explaining why there were supposed to be 7 Kivas down here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and insert this before I say goodbye. But I just started walking away. Look at the size of this juniper. This thing is massive. When this site was being used, that right there was growing here. I mean, there are some huge ones that were still here. These things are thousands of years old. Huge, massive, big, bigliest. This thing is this thing would shade a family. Look at the size of that trunk on it. I've never seen one that big. I mean, it's got good water, but still. All right. See you guys later. One last tip if you're looking for it. The sites will tell you, you know, once you get past the bulbous rock, it's there. No, go down straight past that one, and it'll turn a little bit left if you're coming in from the shortcut. And then you'll see them. Just follow it down. Don't turn around and look for what they're talking about. They'll set you a little bit short. But I'm glad I made it. It's going to be a little bit of a hike up, so I'm going to take it slow. You probably won't see a whole lot of video. So I'm going to end it here. I say thanks for traveling along with me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. I've got some beautiful pictures and some beautiful footage. Hopefully you guys get to enjoy it with me. As always, be safe.